household duties. On the contrary, many men today are up to their ears in laundry. But after mentoring, coaching, speaking, and listening to thousands of women, I have observed a deeper anxiety specific to women. In addition to fulfilling our professional responsibilities, we feel we are in charge on the home front. We are the ones primarily responsible for managing childcare, household chores, and generally keeping our homes and family lives running smoothly. According to the American Time Use Survey, half of the women in America did some form of housework like cleaning or laundry on an average day. Only 20% of men can say the same. And even in the homes where we aren't the ones doing all the work, we are the ones thinking about all the work. As Judith Shulevitz pointed out in her 2015 New York Times op-ed, Mom, the designated warrior. I don't mean to say that she'll be the one to do everything, Shulevitz explained. Just that she'll make sure that most everything gets done. Although the fact that women do more work than men at home has remained true since the 1950s, women today often feel lucky because, unlike the husbands of yesteryear, ours chip in. Women tend to think we should feel grateful for how far men have come. Indeed, more men are contributing to child care and household management than ever before. But even with these strides, the truth is that men still do not share an equal amount of the work and worry that accompanies managing a home. In her seminal book, The Second Shift, sociologist Arlie Hochschild attributed women's appreciation for men who did less at home to their use of the going rate tool. As long as our husbands are doing relatively more than their peer group or what our society seems to expect of them, then we're happy they've done their fair share. This inequitable division of labor has psychological repercussions. When men change a diaper, they feel like they're helping us out. When we change a diaper, we feel like we're just doing our job. And it isn't just any job. It's one that carries a lot of emotional freight. No matter what we achieve in our careers, if our home lives aren't taken care of, we experience it as a moral failure. How often have we heard a female colleague lamenting over missing a school event or not making dinner for her kids say, "I'm such a bad mom." Even if the kids are perfectly well fed by someone else, mothers often feel personally accountable in a way that fathers generally don't. A 2014 Harvard Business Review article detailing interviews conducted with more than 4,000 C-suite executives, 44% of whom were female, reveals the stark difference in the way men and women view work-life balance. When you are paid well, you can get all the practical help you need, one female respondent explained. What is the most difficult thing, though, what I see my women friends leave their careers for, is the real emotional guilt of not spending enough time with their children, the guilt of missing out. Overwhelmingly, female respondents spoke of feeling torn between home and work. They commented on the feelings of inadequacy and failure that accompanied pursuing their careers. In contrast, male respondents saw themselves as economic providers and were far less emotional in response to questions about guilt brought on by not spending enough time with their families. They were comfortable seeing themselves as breadwinners. Several of the male executives felt that not spending adequate time with their children was an acceptable price to pay for providing them better opportunities than they themselves had as children. But for the women executives, though they were proud to be a role model for their children, they associated their professional success with negative emotions about their performance at home. Women set for themselves a higher bar to achieve success because they were expected to do well both at work and at home. Where did we get the notion that doing it all is our job in the first place? The simple answer is our childhood homes provide our earliest coaching about domestic roles. The examples set by our parents and extended families become models for our own adult lives. A 2014